Good morning, everyone. I'm called Nancy Richard. I'm Nancy Richard. I'm a computer programmer. I write web applications. I write softwares, mobile applications, and you can name a few. So today we will be talking about PyCon Cameroon. PyCon Cameroon is actually PyCon Conference Cameroon. So the thing is, we are many of us here with different careers and different backgrounds, and I know I'll be talking to a group of people. Maybe some of them have no idea about computer programming. Maybe you know just your normal Excel or normal Word or something like that. But I saw the need, and also the PyCon for this event, we'll be giving youth the opportunity to. Giving you the opportunity to see why it is important to program a computer, why it is important to communicate with a computer, because we are in the 21st century and everything is on the screen. You can still be a banker, you are doing management, and you have a great idea, and you want to put that great idea into work. And the best platform to put that great idea is on the computer. For the computer to understand, you communicate with the computer so that the computer can enhance your idea and make your idea grow. Okay. So PyCon Cameroon will be the first event to bring awareness of computer programming, the importance of Python programming, and its ability to a group of youth who will be aspiring to become Python developers within our community. What is programming? So I'll begin by talking to you guys what programming is all about. If you guys have some notes, you can jot them down. Okay. Okay, let's take at programming. Let me look at it in a very simple way. You have to cook a pot of rice, maybe rice and stew. That's the menu. You want to cook rice and stew. That's the menu. Okay, before you cook rice and stew, you need to program, right? You need to buy rice, you need to buy tomato, you need to buy onions, garlic, and all the necessary spices with oil. Okay, now, when you begin cooking, some people, maybe you want to program by start cutting the tomatoes. You cut the tomatoes, you cut the onions, you grind the spices, and you get it ready at one corner. Then That's already programming, right? Now you put your tomato in your pot and it goes forth. Okay, the issue now is you didn't just come to cook and you like started like you poured, you just took tomato that you have not sliced it or grind it down and you pour it in the pot, or you did not, you did a program, right? You actually did a program. So that is what programming is to computers. The computer has a language that it understands. And that language is different from ours. But it's the same as ours. Ours is a natural language which evolved naturally. While a computer language was actually the computer language was actually defined for the computer to understand. You understand that? Okay. The thing now is, if you have a project, you have a program, you want to like write a software or something, you want to write an Android application, because there are a lot of you guys having Android phones here, but you just use them. You don't know how those guys who sit behind to write all those things, they have a lot of work that they did, and all is due to programming. So now, let's move ahead. I think the programming, what is programming is clear. I want to put it to the least terms that everybody can understand. I don't want to like use the programming terms. It will not make any sense to many of us here. So we are just going to use our natural understanding to get it clear. If there's any question anybody wants to ask, you can go ahead before we proceed. If you did not get anything clear and you want some clarification, then I'm always available. Who can learn how to program? Yeah, who can learn how to program? Anybody can learn how to program. Anybody can learn how to program. It doesn't matter whether you're doing accounting, it doesn't matter whether you're a marketer, it doesn't matter whether you are pursuing other careers, you can learn how to write computer codes. Okay. They say, I'm sure most of you know about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the founder of Apple, the Apple computers. So in one of his interviews, he said, I think everybody in this country should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. If you can be able to solve real world problems, real projects on the screen, then that will help your thinking capability to grow very high. And that will better your career also. Okay, now, why should we learn how to program? Right? Why should we learn how to program? There are a lot of reasons why you should learn how to program. There are a lot of people here who work on Excel, maybe on Microsoft Word. That is you're dealing with data. When you keep on using, if you are just at the level of using Microsoft Word and Excel or PowerPoint, you end at a level of thinking. You end at a level where Microsoft stopped thinking. It means that you can only use their product and do what they have asked you to use. But you cannot use it to do what you imagine you want to use. So, with the ability to write computer programs, you can make this happen. You can solve problems within a society. And there are a lot of programmers who earn a lot of money, especially experienced programmers. It can also better your future, your career. It doesn't matter what career you're pursuing. It doesn't really matter. You can still learn how to program. It's also one of the ways to break the cycle of poverty. Yeah. And our country is facing a lot of problems, and computers are the answers to these problems. Definitely. I don't want to talk about politics, but we have a lot of problems in our country, and computers can solve those problems. But we need a country where people are oriented towards that direction, so that we can be able to solve these problems. There are a lot of business places that are losing money because they don't want to use computers. They are employing more people than they were supposed to employ, because they don't want to use computers. They don't just want to know anything about it because they are not informed about it.
Good morning. I'm not about to ask a question. I just want to add a little bit concerning some of the problems that a computer can really solve. All right. I know some of you are doing computer accounting. Now, all those things like that, analyzing data from source right up to reporting, all of those can be programmed in the computer. And now, the business person who employs another one, let's say employs a worker and put at his business side, and then maybe travels abroad and come back, how can he ensure accountability, maybe of all what has been happening, and ensure that there's no theft? It is by putting in place suitable computer programs that can take into consideration all the data that is entering and all the report that is going out. And again, he mentioned something about politics, and it struck my mind. This aspect of embezzling the country. If everything, if maybe our system, the governing system was actually programmed in the computer in such a way, budgets, maybe everything is executed in the system, your report is maybe submitted in the system, and everything will be extremely difficult for a minister to embezzle a single franc. And that's what happens abroad. Out there, everything is programmed in the system, and we have different security levels. Even the security system